Good morning and welcome into Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Wally Lukashenski back in the Daily Dodge studio with the man Cale Zomer himself up in the WBEV studio making us sound good. Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering, and Hometown Today is also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. Professional Floor Covering, Randy and his team are here to help you design the perfect space. They have over 1,000 different samples of carpet, LVP, hardwood, tile, area rugs, window finishings, but it is so much more than floors. They have a wide selection of kitchen and bathroom countertops, cabinets, tile, shower inserts, and more. And some of that countertop, you get that either in your kitchen or your bathroom. That material, color, and pattern of a countertop, they all play a major role in how a kitchen or bath remodel will turn out. And they offer a large selection of quartz, granite, marble, and laminate countertops. They're going to help you find that perfect countertop that fits both your lifestyle and design. Professional Floor Covering and Abbey Design Center. You can find them at 713 Park Ave in Beaver Dam or online at PROFLR.com. And I'm very excited this morning. Got another Raider fan in the building. I feel like I'm ready to run through a wall. We got Jesse Wilson, the executive director with Beaver Dam Mission Center, here this morning on Hometown Today. Jesse, first of all, thank you for joining me, and thank you for giving me that great news when you walked in the building.
I can't imagine it's the most popular news here in South Central Wisconsin.
I feel like I can hear them in the street celebrating right now. That's what it is. Probably not. But Jesse, we're here to actually talk about a very exciting event that's coming up for the first time. Before too long here, you guys have a shoe giveaway that is coming out. Before we get into a little bit of details about that, and I would love to know your involvement with the Mission Center and how this came to be for you.
Yeah, so my wife and I, we just became Christians a couple years ago. So we're a faith-based organization. Our goal is to spread the good news of Jesus, his life, death, and resurrection, as well as helping people in moments of personal crisis here in Beaver Dam. There's a lot of missions work done overseas, big cities, Chicago, New York, whatever, right? There's a lot of people here that are struggling, they're suffering, that need help. And our goal as believers is to help those in need and take care of the poor. And so while doing that, evangelizing. So we had a group of people that we were meeting at our Sunday night Bible study, and we just were on fire. And we're like, how can we take this to the next level? And it was, let's start serving our community in a bigger way. And so we organized in a public fashion to create a nonprofit and to start serving people in our community. So that started the Beaver Dam Mission Center here in Beaver Dam in March of this year.
Wow, so even the Mission Center, this is a new venture here for you guys.
Yes, we're excited. We're on fire.
You should be. You should be fired up about it too. So before we get into the shoe giveaway, what has the process been in this first year of establishing what people knowing where you are, and what are the goals you guys are looking to accomplish?
Yeah, you know, we can get, as a faith-based person, we can get in the way of the Lord sometimes. And so we're just trying to let God lead us into kind of the right direction that we need to go. And so a lot of it is just pouring into the people around us and we have 11 board members that are just as on fire about this as we are. So we just kind of been slowly chugging away, little things here and there. So the shoe giveaway, a lot of it was trying to be organized up front. So it was a seamless process. So it wasn't this event that would just fall apart, but it would be this event that would be successful, not just to serve the kids in our community, but to enhance our mission to just get out there and share the gospel message.
Wow, I mean, it's a really exciting thing. We got excited yesterday. We got to talk about a bed giveaway. And then today we're going to have the opportunity, to talk about a shoe giveaway, because I feel like sometimes here we take it for granted that we're doing well and in our lives and we don't need certain things. But there's a lot of people in this community that could use our help, whether that be volunteering time with organizations like your own, or actually donating things, whether it be beds or whether it be shoes. So I have to commend you on that. It's a really cool thing you guys got going on right now.
Yeah, it's exciting. You know, my wife and I, we have 4 kids, and so school supplies alone is a heavy lift at the beginning of the school year when you have 4 kids in elementary, middle, and high school that need calculators and books and all this stuff. And then you add shoes on top of it. So I know we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but man, there's a need, even for people that are doing well. If you have a single income home like we did raising our kids, it can be a heavy lift.
It is, and it's expensive out there. Things are going up, so having the benefits of having a community that could look out for you in a certain sense is vital for so many people. But Jesse and I are going to step aside for a quick break. We have a lot to talk about in the second block, so I want to give us as much time as possible. But we're going to be talking more about the shoe giveaway when we come back here on Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. And welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering. And Hometown Today is also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. Excited this morning to be joined by Jesse Wilson, the Executive Director with Beaver Dam Mission Center. And I've been teasing it in the first block, but you guys have a first event coming up that you're very excited about. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so August 16th from 10 to 4, we're going to have our first shoe giveaway event. So brand new shoes to, our goal is 200 kids here in Beaver Dam and kind of this region.
That's exciting. So 200 kids are going to have the opportunity to get new shoes. And we've all been there, whether it be like my own stubbornness and not wanting to get rid of a favorite pair of shoes or not. But when you have shoes that are too tight, they're too long, they have holes in them, it's like your quality of life goes like way down. And for a lot of these kids, they simply can't afford these new shoes. Where was this push? What was the decision that made you guys decide this was the avenue that you guys wanted to go?
Yeah, so having 4 kids, my wife and I just really felt like there's need for kids, right? And so we were looking at areas that weren't currently serviced. So there's a lot of groups that are doing backpacks and school supply drives and different organizations that handle that really, really well. So we didn't want to come in and duplicate anything. We're not trying to take away from somebody else's work. We would love to help them too. But shoes was a gap that we noticed as a pretty expensive cost to families. But also it was something small that kind of made the kids go into school and walk with their head held high and just be like, yeah. And we know it's not about material things at all. But there's something about a new pair of shoes that kind of just gives you a confidence at the start of school.
A little pick-me-up, so to
sure.
speak. And you mentioned you have 4 kids. There's a lot of people out there. You have 4 kids. That's potentially $200+ you're looking at in just shoes.
Just shoes.
And then we know how kids are. They play. They go through them quickly, too.
Fast.
So I got to ask, for people at home that are listening or like, I do have kids, money's a little tight right now, I would like to get involved, but I don't know if I'm eligible. How does that look for people that might be wanting to sign up to receive shoes?
Yeah, so we're not going to disqualify anybody from taking advantage of the shoes. So our hope is that people that are in financial issues, financial struggles, that could use a little help, we want them to be able to take advantage of this opportunity.
Good, that's fantastic. I know people are going to be very excited about that. And to make things like this happen, it takes a village.
It does.
So from your guys' perspective, are you guys feeling in a good spot with volunteers? Are you looking always for more? Where are you at with that?
Yeah, we really rely on seeking the Lord first. So we want people that are passionate about serving, passionate about kids, that have a heart for God. We would love for them to reach out to us and be a part of this. Paul talks a lot about unity in the New Testament and bringing believers together. And so we're not exclusive of any denomination, right? We're interdenominational. So we just want people who love the Lord, who understand that Jesus died, rose again for us, that we were sinners, that we need to repent of our sins and turn to him. We want you to partner with us, and we want to partner with you to just live out our calling, which is just to serve each other, love well.
Partnership is a great word for that too, because this, again, you're coming to be a part of the family, so to speak.
That's it.
And when we look at this event and what it actually is going to be, you said it's 10 to 4. Can you tell me again where that was going to be located at?
Yeah, so we actually have partnered with Shoe Sensation here in Beaver Dam. So just around the corner here from the studio, they have been a really awesome partner for us. We had come into them with the idea of a shoe event. And initially when we talked about shoes, the last thing we wanted was to have a trailer full of your stinky shoes.
Yeah, of course.
Not that your shoes are stinky.
No, mine are, though. Thanks for we brought that to the light. I feel better. Weight off the shoulders.
That's right. Well, I'm glad we addressed it. So we didn't want to have a warehouse of shoes, and nothing says a fresh new school year like a new pair of shoes. And so we reached out to Shoe Sensation. Some of our board members had some relationships there, and they were really gracious to say, we'll come partner with you. We'll give you guys some donations. We'll allow you to hand out Bibles, to hand out shoes. They're going to actually donate a pack of socks with each pair of shoes as well.
Oh, that's really cool.
So it's going to be the real deal. So 10 to 4, August 16th at Shoe Sensation. We'll have some registration tents. So those who aren't able to sign up online or through our QR code, through our website, through Facebook, they can still come in person and just participate and take advantage like anybody else.
And the kids that are going to be coming to be getting these shoes, do they have the option to pick the ones that they're looking at in the right size?
Absolutely.
You do?
Yeah. So the cool thing is that they're going to bring in actually some extra shoes that they have from some of their larger warehouses, and we're going to have a ton of shoes. We're going to have a ton of shoes.
It's a good problem to have.
A ton of shoes. So there's going to be a ton of shoes there. You're going to be able to pick the shoe you want. If they don't have your size, you're going to be able to purchase through the voucher that we hand out. You'll purchase, they'll ship to the store, you come back and pick it up. So even if you can't pick it up same day, you can pick it up a couple days from now.
That's so exciting. And yeah. I know that this isn't going to be a cheap venture. So I'm curious, how have you guys been raising funds? Is there a way that other people in the area can help, go to a site, donate? Yeah,
you can definitely check us out on Facebook. Our Facebook page will get you to our shoe landing page. It's missionbd.org/shoes25 is our landing page. But you can go to the missionbd.org website. You can find out all the information. There you can sponsor a child. So maybe you have a group of friends that you guys want to come together and sponsor a couple kids. You can do that. If you have an organization or a church group that wants to get together and have your name on the voucher, because we're going to be putting sponsor names on the voucher so they can be recognized too in a way of like, hey, we had a part in serving you today.
That's fantastic. So again, this is an idea that I know that has been formulated since the inception of you guys here. And you said, was it March this year? So, I mean, this is brand new.
Right.
A lot of work goes into this. What does that even look like on your end, trying to figure out how this is going to look, what we want to actually do? I imagine it's been kind of a learn-as-you-go process.
Yeah, for sure. It helps that I've done a lot of producing in the past, and so I've been able to organize events. On top of that, my wife is amazing, Jennifer. She has been a champion of this. She has helped reel me in more than anything, but she's helped lead this group. We have a committee. They have some great ideas, and sometimes I just overtalk it and cause chaos. So we have a great group of people that are really passionate about the kids in our community. And if we didn't have our shoe committee, if I didn't have the 11 board members that were just passionate and driven to just push into this, like, it takes a village.
It does take a village, and it feels like the passion's evident. And I imagine if the other people in this group are also as passionate as you are, it's going to be very, very successful for a long time. And a long time, I imagine, is the goal. Yeah. But what are some of the goals that you do want to see for this group as you guys get your sea legs, so to speak?
Yeah, my human brain is limiting a little bit in the goals that we have as a mission center together. We want to help people that are in need here in Beaver Dam. And we don't know exactly what that looks like for your specific situation, but we've seen disasters. We've seen some of the trailer parks here burn down in town. We've seen people lose their family and friends, and we want to be a bridge to helping them spiritually. Maybe it's getting plugged into a church, and we have connections with a lot of churches in our community. And maybe it's just having somebody to talk to that isn't maybe necessarily a therapist or counselor, but we're humans and we can understand and hear people out. And so a lot of it's relationship building. And as God presents needs, we want to help fill that. We have some people in our life that have been amazing supports financially. And so we have some resources available that we want to help give back in a way that's impactful. At the same time, our goal is to spread the gospel message, right? So evangelism is my heart. I love talking with people about life and death and what happens next. And so I want to get to know people on that way. And what better way to do that than helping people that are in times of need?
Well, and helping people too. So like a push for volunteers. Everybody's done something, or at least I'm hoping everybody's done something kind for a neighbor before.
Yeah.
And that feeling, that uplifting, it's hard to explain. And you're going to be able to help a child in need. And you mentioned the fires, and we saw recently with the Mayville tornadoes, the Juneau tornado, and like those are very evident when you go like, well, there is a need. But every day there's people out there that has a need for this, and it's not always that's at the forefront of people's minds. So having you in is really exciting to talk about that. I'd love to give you the floor too. We still have about 3-4 minutes, but what else do we really want to focus on, whether it be about the hard work that you guys do or the things that you are doing?
Yeah. We had done a couple fundraisers and we had some feedback from people. And so maybe I wanted to address one of the things that we had heard a couple times was there's a lot of nonprofits doing a lot of great stuff. And we recognize that there are tremendous people doing good in our community, and we want to help support them. And we're not looking to double down on anything. We're looking to fill some vacancies. On top of that, we're trying to be a spiritual presence in some of these nonprofits, right? One of my spiritual heroes is Billy Graham, and just the conviction he would have to guide thousands of people in these stadiums, presidents for many, many years. And he just had this conviction and this presence. So he started the Billy Graham Foundation through his family, and his son's running now. And they have a prayer warriors, the chaplain program. They go out to national disasters, and they're not there necessarily actively shoveling people out of the California wildfires, for example, but they're there on the streets being a spiritual presence. They're praying with people. They're being that support because people have lost everything, right, in situations. So, man, I could see us doing that. I could see us. We would love to have an actual center, a mission center someday. We see a need here with some of the people that are low housing, low income, no housing type situations. So some of the homeless day center, we would love to have people come in and be able to talk and hang out, offer some practical skills, right? Financial, counseling, whatever, right? So I could tell you all the things to the stars of what we could see us doing, but really we're trying to lean on God. So we're trying to tackle one thing at a time. This year, it's shoes and putting some hands and feet and love of Jesus to the kids of our community.
Well said. And I've got to imagine that there's a lot of people out there that have gone in to make this possible to get to the point that we're at. I'd love to give you the opportunity to give a couple thank yous or shout outs to people in the organization that are busting their hump to do everything right and make sure these kids are going to be taken care of.
Yeah, no, definitely want to thank our committee, our shoe committee, Jennifer, Kim, I'm going to forget somebody. Jennifer, Kim, Donna has been fantastic. Tracy's on our committee. And then we have our board members. So we have Donna, we have Aaron, we have Don and Catherine. Now, all these people have different denominations, and we've come together, which is really fun for us. These are some people. Tracy and Andy have been fantastic. Kim, Jennifer, Hunter, our son, he has joined our committee. He's 21. So to see some young people getting involved in this and getting his perspective has been really awesome too. So I'm beyond grateful. I'm so blessed to have grown up in a family of believers. And even though I fell away for many, many years, to have that to look back on and say, this was my foundation, and to find God again, to find Jesus, and to just surrender my life with my wife and our family, and just seeing this change has been, it's been a dream come true. It's been a blessing from God, and I just can't wait to see where He takes us and the people He puts in our lives to help support us, but also help serve.
Jesse Wilson, the executive director with the Beaver Dam Mission Center, is here with me this morning. First of all, thank you for joining me. And I also, at the end, feel like we have to plug it one more time. Can you give us the date, time, where people can find the shoe giveaway, and how they can help?
Absolutely. So the date of the shoe giveaway is August 16th from 10 to 4. Now, I know it's the Dodge County Fair is going on, but nobody's going to Dodge County Fair at 10 a.m., I promise you. So come to the shoe event, get your voucher, 10 o'clock, August 16th. We will have a booth set up at Shoe Sensation here in Beaver Dam. We're going to have some pre-registration opening up soon, so check us out online, missionbd.org. You'll get to our shoe event from there. On Facebook, Beaver Dam Mission Center here in Beaver Dam.
Well, help out with the shoes, and then come on over to the Dodge County Fair after.
That's
Kill
right.
two birds with one stone on the same day. Make an outing of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Jesse, thank you so much for joining me. It was a blast talking with you, and good luck going forward with the group here.
Thanks. Appreciate you, Wally. God bless.
Absolutely. We're going to step aside for a short break, and when we come back, we are going to be talking a little bit about, as I fall apart and I fall off the page here, we're going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. I'll fill you everything on what we're doing right on the other side on Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Thank you very much, Kale. Welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Hometown Today is presented, as Kale said, by Professional Floor Covering and McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. Very excited now to be joined by Mike Schuett, the founder of Baggin for a Cure. And we have to start, first of all, Mike, what is Baggin for a Cure? Because when I heard that, I got excited. I have a feeling what we're going to be talking about today.
Baggin for a Cure is a nonprofit that raises money to help local families that are battling cancer. We have one large event every single year that is a very large bags tournament. We have about 160 teams that come to our bags tournament.
160 teams?
We hope.
And where can you even host something like that? When you have that many people, where's this going to be?
It's in the middle of a farmer's field.
It's in the middle of a farmer's field?
Yeah, middle of a farmer's field. The address that it's hosted at is W2993 Elm Road, Mayville, Wisconsin. So it's it does have its own address, but it is literally the middle of a hay field. It's out in the middle of nowhere, and we set up about 100 sets of boards, and we
turn them loose.
Turn them loose, yeah.
And what did you just report back? Hey, I won this round.
Yep.
Just put me in the next bracket, or however this works.
Well, how it works is you come, you sign up. We don't take any pre-sign-ups, so you sign up the day of. So I mean, come show up, sign up the day of, and you're randomly assigned into a pool with 5 other teams. So there's 6 teams in each pool. You play everybody in your pool one time, and we play old-fashioned bags, not like what they play on ESPN. We play old-fashioned bags, bust over. You can't go over 21, bust rules, backyard bags, and you report back. Play your 5 teams in your pool. The best 2 teams in that pool go into the gold bracket. The middle two teams go into a silver bracket, and the bottom 2 teams go into the bronze bracket. And then it's a double loss elimination tournament from there.
I feel like I was going to say, I know where the bronze bracket would be. That's for this guy right here. So that's
the drinking bracket.
Exactly. You throw a couple pops back. You got the bronze possibility too. Everybody wins in that scenario. I would love to know how this event, this organization, everything, how this all came to be, how you decided to make this happen.
I mean, I think it's a pretty cool story. Back 15 years ago, my brother-in-law, his parents left for the weekend, and he said, you know what, I think we should go and play some bags in the middle of a farm field. So we got some friends together, and we bought a couple of cases of beer, and we went to a farm field, and we played some bags. We had 16 teams.
Wow. So even then, that's still, you got quite a bit, 32 players out there.
If you think back 15 years ago, bags or cornhole was nothing. Nobody played bags 15 years ago. It didn't blow up until, I would say 8 years ago. It was really started to become a sport that they showed on ESPN. So 15 years ago, we were playing bags in a cornfield, and the beer that we bought, we sold for $1 a can, and we determined that the money that we raised selling beer for $1 a can, we were going to donate to a nonprofit. And at the time, we decided we were just going to leave it to the winner of the tournament. They got to choose what nonprofit they were going to.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, so that was kind of how we got started. So.
And when did that happen? When was that?
That was in 2011.
Okay, so this has been an idea that's been brooming and just growing and growing since then.
So in 2011, we gave the winners, they were kind of decided. I wish I was the winner. I took second place, but
Razor in the inaugural.
Yeah, I've never won it.
Well, I was just saying, are you still competing up towards the top every year?
Oh, not towards the top. No,
not anymore.
No, last year I finished in the silver bracket for the first time. I was in the gold bracket for 13 consecutive years. Now I'm in the silver bracket.
Wow, so it sounds like you got some competitors out there now.
Oh yeah, definitely. Really good bags throwers out there. I always say that I stayed the same. Everybody else just got that much better.
I have to ask too, because you were telling me during the break that you have another fun story about how this actually became a nonprofit. over the years? What does that look like?
So, well, how it became a nonprofit is we gave money. The winners chose to give money to the Relay for Life. That was who they chose to give the money to. We raised $783. So a lot of beer got drank that day.
Yeah.
We raised $783. The 16 teams said, you guys got to do this again the next year. So we did it again the next year. So for 4 years, we raised money, and we gave the money to the American Cancer Society through the Relay for Life. Great organization, did really good things. But we were giving away, by the fourth year, we were giving away $6,000 to the American Cancer Society. And nothing against the American Cancer Society, but it just didn't have
It didn't stretch.
It didn't stretch. We didn't have the feel. We didn't know where the money was going. So we were like, you know what? Now we're 25, 26 years old. We can do this ourselves. We did the stuff, got our nonprofit status, worked with a lawyer, did all of the stuff. Now all of the money, 100% of the money stays local. There's no overhead. None of the board members get paid. There's no money that goes towards, fees of this or that. All of the money stays local. It goes to help local families that are battling cancer. I did some numbers before I got here. Since 2014, so there was a little bit of overlap where we were still giving money to the American Cancer Society, but we started helping local families. Since 2014, we sent out 892 gift packages to local families. So
that's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, it's a crazy amount. I mean, to me, being the person, me and my brother-in-law who founded it, and then we brought on other family members. It really is just the board is just family and extended family. So there are some, interfamily arguments that happen, which is kind of
We all
fun.
have that. We know that that's like.
Yeah, but it's crazy to me to see the community and what it has exploded and grown into. I mean, it's just insane how the people who show up every single year to play bags and to support the people who are battling cancer.
I'm speaking with Mike Schuett, founder of Baggin for a Cure, and you just spoke on that growth. I got to imagine over the years now, you've seen how you've watched this grow. Mm-hmm. What has it, what's the big difference when you look to the very beginning to what you have now? How did we get here?
I have no idea. I don't know. I used to say I would say in 2012 and 2013, 2014, I used to say, we're going to set the world record for the biggest bags tournament in the world. That used to be a goal, and then bags blew up. Cornhole blew up, and now there are tournaments out there that are doing thousands and thousands of teams. I'm like, well, let's just continue being the biggest in our area.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing. Be the best at what you can do in the little area and keep growing from there.
160 teams in one day, and the way that we play, I think, is a pretty incredible thing. And I think the people who come out there have a blast. It's a lot of fun. So
I know a lot of people are going to be fired up to join this. This sounds like an unbelievable time. You get to have some fun with your buddies. Go out, play some bags in a field. Where would people sign up? You said you can go there day of. There's nothing you can do beforehand, right?
Right. We don't take any pre-sign-ups. We tried to do that one year, and it became a little bit more of a mess.
A little headachy.
Yeah, than it was worth. So we only sign up the day of. You can get all of the information on how to get out there. You can reach out via phone or text. You can get all that information on our Facebook page. Just Facebook, Baggin for a Cure, Baggin, no G. Baggin for a Cure on Facebook. That's the best way to really get a hold of us and connect with us. Check out the Facebook page. The cool thing about the event is it's really kind of morphed into more than just bags. There's 160 teams out there playing bags, but there's usually, I would say, 700 or 800 people that are out there.
Wow.
For the event. We have a kids zone. We do tie-dyeing, bounce houses, petting zoos, face painting. So there's stuff for the kids to do. We have a raffle tent. There's over 100 different raffle baskets that are out there. We have pulled pork, brats, burgers, beer. Yeah.
And if I remember right, it was W2933 Elm Street in Mayville.
Elm Road.
Elm Road in Mayville.
Yep.
I was that close.
W2993 Elm Road, Mayville. It's not in Mayville. It's outside of Mayville, but yeah, W2993 Elm Road.
And if people are driving right now, you can watch this back on the Daily Dodge YouTube page and under the Hometown Today playlist. Click on the most recent episode. You're going to be able to hear all this back. If you're driving, you're not able to jot down the address, make sure you do that. But, Mike, with just about a minute or two left here, I'd love to just give you the floor. Anything else you really want to hit on here before we wrap up today?
The last thing that I would probably want to hit on is there is a little girl that is battling cancer. Her name is Brynlee. Bryn, and she has an event going on, a brat fry that is going on Friday the 11th and Saturday the 12th, a brat fry that is going on. It is at Huff's Meats in Brownsville. So if you're on your way to Baggin for a Cure, stop in, grab a brat, grab a burger out there. The day before the event, you can stop in, grab a brat, grab a burger out there. She is battling leukemia, little 4-year-old little girl. So support her as well. That's part of our cause is to get the word out and help support other people who are having events as well that are going through cancer as well.
Go help Brynlee. Get yourself some good food in the process. Everybody's going to be a winner in that scenario.
Yep.
Mike,
Yep.
I have to thank you again for coming on. I'm really excited to hear how this event goes once again. And I'm probably fired up to be talking with you next year, hearing about how it's like 500 teams at this point.
I hope so.
All right, Mike, you're the man. We're going to go to break now. When we come back, Kale and I are going to inform you on what is going on in the area. That's next on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. And welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering and by McKinstry's Home Furnishing in downtown Beaver Dam. Kayla, I got to get better about talking with my guests in the lobby because then I come sprinting down here at the last second. I have too much fun doing this in the morning and getting to hear all these things, and then I get carried away, and I'm like, I have a show in 5 seconds.
I could hear it as soon as you came back on. I was like, oh, Poor guy. He ran down the hallway again, didn't he?
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's just a problem I have. But, Kale, while I catch my breath, I'd love to hear from you. What's going on?
Yeah, we got lots of stuff going on. If you're getting ready for your day and going, now, what was the Brewers score last night? Well, it wasn't. No Brewers game last night. They had rain in New York. So got a split doubleheader today here on WBEV. So we got a lot of baseball action for you today. Game 1, the makeup game from last night, going to be on the air with pregame at 11:35 this morning here on WBEV. And then Game 2 pregame will start at 5:35. So no shortage of baseball. And it's interesting, Wally, I feel like this week we've kind of had a bit of a theme of giveaways. Yesterday we talked about the bed giveaway. Today we're talking about the shoe giveaway. And we got some giveaways of our own going on. You got one of them to talk about.
Yeah, because we're giving away 60 Washington County Fair tickets. 30 fans are going to win. You can visit the contest page at DailyDodge.com. Click on the Washington County Fair giveaway. Register to be entered into a random drawing. That contest started yesterday. It's going to run through the 15th of July. And the Washington County Fair dates, guys, it's the 22nd this month through the 27th. You can enjoy delicious fair food, fun rides, world-class entertainment like Foreigner, Russell Dickerson, and Chris Lane with Dylan Schneider, and Graylin James at the Washington County Fair. Kale, that is going to be a blast.
Fantastic. So you got a chance to win tickets to the Washington County Fair. Also doing a giveaway to give away some, if you're looking for some fun this summer, some tickets to Chula Vista and the Milwaukee County Zoo. Yeah, that's right. You could win a 4-pack of Milwaukee County Zoo tickets and 4 packs of Chula Vista Results Dell Zipline Adventure Passes. Just follow WBEV Radio on Facebook. We've got it going on there today through next Wednesday, July 9th. So make sure to follow us on Facebook. So lots of fun stuff going on, Wally.
Kale, you're the man, and I think that you giving us these fun, exciting things coming up is a good way to wrap up today. So I think we are going to step aside for that 23-hour break before we're back in the same place, same time tomorrow here on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.